This program was recorded in Toronto on land that is part of the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to the many diverse First Nations and Métis peoples. We acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13, signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit. We are all treaty people. We invite you to take time every day to reflect on how your family's actions can honor our treaty and protect and preserve the land it covers.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Bedtime Stories. My name is Monkey Puppet, and this is my friend Luna. We're so happy that you're joining us today. Today we chose 3 very special books to read. We hope you like them.
We Sang You Home by Richard Van Camp, illustrated by Julie Flett. We sang you from a wish. We sang you from a prayer. We sang you home, and you sang back. We give you kisses to help you grow, and songs to let you know that you are loved. As we give you roots, you give us wings. And through you, we are born again. Our everyday miracle, our everyday smile, our forever home is inside of you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for becoming the best of all of us. We sang you home. Thank you for singing back. Welcome to the world. We love you. Mwah! For the children who have chosen us, you light our way. To all the little songbirds who inspired the artwork, Abner, Emil, Autumn, Edzazai, and Sage. We All Play by Julie Flett. Thank you, Dad, for your gentle heart and the medicine of your humor. Growing up with you taught me about our connections to the land that inspires so much of the work that I do. In loving memory, Clarence Flett, Swampy Cree, Red River Métis, 1936 to 2019. We all play. Animals hide. Boing and hop and sniff and sneak and peek and peep. We play too. Animals swim and squirt and bubble and bend and chase and chirp. We play too. Animals slip and slide and rumble and roll and yip and yawn and slowly, side by side, animals fall asleep. We do too. Animals play, and we play too. We all love to play. You may have played while you were reading this book. Maybe you played by sounding the words out in this book, saying them, or signing them quickly and rhythmically, or getting up to jump and hop like the animals and kids in the story. When I was growing up, my dad shared a lot about our relationship to animals and to each other, including the land, plants, beetles, the earth, wind, water, and sky. Whether we are running and hopping through the grass, or rolling along the street, or pondering creatures in the creek, we are all connected, living in relationship and in care to one another, in kinship. In Cree, we have a special word for it. I'm glad to be able to share some of this here with you, hoppers and wigglers and wobblers and wanderers and wonderers. Julie. You Hold Me Up by Monique Gray Smith and Danielle Daniel. This book was written in the spirit of reconciliation and is dedicated to the children, families, and staff of Aboriginal Head Start programs. You hold me up when you are kind to me, when you share with me, when you learn with me. You hold me up when you play with me, when you laugh with me, and when you sing with me. You hold me up when you comfort me, when you listen to me, when you respect me. You hold me up. I hold you up. We hold each other up. A note from Monique Gray Smith. In Canada, we have a long history of legislation and policies that have affected the wellness of Indigenous children, families, and communities. One of the most impactful was Indian residential boarding schools. For over 150 years, Indigenous children, First Nations, Métis, and Inuit, as young as 5, were taken from their families, communities, and cultures and placed in residential schools. At these schools, abuse was rampant. The children were separated from their siblings, forbidden to speak their own languages or practice their culture, often fed little or rotten food, and were denied basic necessities. With this book, we are embarking on a journey of healing and reconciliation. I wrote it to remind us of our common humanity and the importance of holding each other up with respect and dignity. I hope it is a foundational book for our littlest citizens. A book that encourages dialogue among children, their families, their care providers, and their educators. At its heart, it is a book about love, building relationships, and fostering empathy. With respect and love, Monique Gray Smith.
Thank you so much for joining me for bedtime stories today. I just love sharing books with you. Kids like me learn a lot when their grown-ups spend time reading with them each day. We especially love it when we get to choose the book ourselves and when we know that you are just as excited to read it as we are. When kids see that their grown-ups love reading, we learn to love reading too. Oh, but I'm getting so sleepy. How about you, Luna? Oh. Well, my friends, I think it's time to go. Good night, Luna. Good night, friends. See you next time.
You can find links to resources about talking to your child about race, residential schools, and other difficult subjects in the description box below. Support is available for anyone affected by the ongoing effects of the residential schools and for those who are triggered by the latest reports. The Indian Residential Schools Survivor Society can be contacted toll-free at 1-800-721-0066. A National Indian Residential School Crisis Line has been set up to provide support for former students and those affected. Access emotional and crisis referral services by calling the 24-hour National Crisis Line, 1-866-925-4419.